I was just thinking because I think a lot of it too is once you the whole checked out. I think once one is checked out, it's not going to happen until you separate, whether you get back together or not.
So you think you have to separate though? You think you can fix it while you guys are together?
No, I think when one person is checked out, I feel like it's best just to separate because then you're going to be chasing something and they don't have time to process and see if that's what they want. You know what I mean? Because I went back to my ex-husband. We thought we wanted each other again after the space. But it just for us didn't work. But we needed that to see if that's what it was. Work. If it was, because when you're already at each other's throats, that's 20 years. I mean, he's pretty much like a long relationship as well. I think it's just all of that build up, and it's already too much. So you have to just take yourself, decompress, and like maybe 3 months and see if it worked. But for me, it just didn't. I went right back to like eggshells. I was worried, constantly thinking like, is he going to do something again? It was never, I couldn't get past that. It was done. It was done for me.
Okay.
I remember. Hold on, man.
Finally, go ahead.
Once the respect is gone, do you think you could ever be like brought back?
You know what? That's a tough one, man, because I think it all depends if the person that disrespected you actually recognizes it and makes an attempt. Because to me, like what made me kind of decide like, nah, I gotta go, was that the lip service was there, but it wasn't backed up by actions. I didn't see, like my ex, I had a drinking problem, and I've been 22 months sober now.
That's cool.
So like I knew that my drinking, and I partied,
you take accountability for what you.
Yeah, I knew that's how I fucked up the marriage. You know what I mean? By me being always in that state, and I did the AA, I did all that to try to get better, to fix the things, and the other person didn't recognize, because in a relationship it goes sideways. It's two people.
Yeah,
it's never just one person. So I think if the attempt was made by the other person to be like, you know what, you feel I got an anger problem or something, I'm gonna go try to get some anger management. Because my addiction, I always say, was alcohol, but there's people that are addicted to anger.
For sure. They need that toxicity,
to get that and those
endorphins.
It's sad that like that type of situation, that environment is actually normal for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's how they feel loved.
Yeah, so if they don't have it, they actually have to create it.
Yeah.
So then in your relationship though, like when you said the disrespect, stuff like that, like did you feel she was testing like your manhood, like your masculinity? She ever try to?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. 100%. I think once like you start going through, what I started doing is I started going through my own healing path. Through stop drinking. I started going to therapy. I started just devoting myself to the gym. Like that's how I met Liz, because we were in there at 5:30 in the morning, getting it in every day. And as I started just dedicating myself to being a better person, just building myself up. I think that was the thing. But
would you recommend for men that's like a needed path? Like once you,
I would say, shoot, man, anything that just gives you time to be with your thoughts, gives you time to take your frustrations out. I mean, if you want to take up mountain biking or kayaking or some shit like
whatever
that,
gets you to like the happy place. That's what I tell people, like on my social media. It's like, I don't tell people, oh, you need to go to church to be happy, or you need to go to the gym. It's whatever gets you to be as happy as that. Go there. You might have to lose people along the way.
That's what people are worried about.
And it's exactly what it is, because where I'm at right now, and I say like, it's so easy, but it's so hard because you have the outside noise. You have like everyone ripping you apart that don't even know you, like on social media, or, the people that started this journey with you. They're not for you. Now they're not with you. Now they're against you. Now they're, like, damn, like, how is she there so happy? But I just keep moving. It's the outside. So I do, yeah.
Do you guys feel like the process of forgiving, can you still be searching and having fun, like having your single time while healing, or do you feel you have to heal before you have fun?
I'm in my fuckery round 2.
Well, I'll be honest. I tried it. I tried that. I was at the strip clubs, at the everything.
But I mean, he's still baby steps. I'm already like 4 years in, so it's round 2 for me.
I tried it, but if I would have done it different, I think I would, definitely not been like do that, get it out your system, then move on. Don't try to do both at the same time because it didn't work for me.
Okay. I don't know, both of you guys, would you say, obviously you guys came out of marriages, but are you guys relationship people or are you guys more better having space in between, like your relationship?
You know,
Like just dating
it's funny
for-
that you say that because I've been thinking about that because it's like I want a relationship, but then I think like, oh, I don't know if I want a relationship.
Why?
Because
What is it that makes you?
I think it's more of I know things will have to change somehow, like on both ends, like you know, or I don't want somebody to be like, oh, well, why are you at the gym for like 2 hours, 3 hours?
Why not just find somebody that adapts to what?
Well, that's what I'm
you?
hoping. I'm hoping,
Sure.
but I can't say that that's what's going to happen. And then now that I'm doing this bodybuilding journey, I really don't have time to even think about that part right now. But I mean, who knows? That's when stuff happens. You don't ever know. But I think it's just either going to have to be someone that's used to like how I am because I'm a lot for people. Ask Frank. Like,
Well,
I'm a lot.
For me, it was I came out of a relationship where then my new relationship I was trying to be controlling and all that, and I still, I recommend therapy to everybody, man. I think going and being able to talk to someone and knowing they're not going to judge you, knowing they're not going to like it's freeing, man.
For sure.
Especially you're paying them,
Yeah.
But it was her helping me recognize that a relationship is supposed to be about two individuals coming together and bringing each their individuality and that being. But when your relationship becomes your like who you are, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool, because I was having a problem with my girl wanting to go have drinks with her friends or go with her. And
Is there a big age gap, or are you guys?
we do have a big age. Well, kind of a big age. She's 31. I'm 45.
That's fine.
I feel like that's the standard now.
Yeah, outside.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
say much
say,
big.
I get the.
I think because most
30
I think most women want an older man anyway, so I think that's like a projector, like cool.
Apparently, the 70-year-old was. Same number.
And in your guys' own version, I know a lot of like the older people, like I would say we're all 40 here at the table, but like people that are like, say they started a relationship when they're 25, it's dragging, they're like 35, 36, and they're just like, man, or even 40, and like, man, like, why am I still here? They don't know why they're still here, man. They looking at it like, I'm too old to start over, and nobody's gonna want me because I'm older. I have to do all this shit and just restart myself all over again. I'm not in my 20s. Like, how did you guys like just say, I'm gonna just do this, like regardless of my age, I'm gonna just start over? Like, how would you recommend for somebody that's in a relationship right now, in their 40s, but they're scared to leave just because they're scared to start over, like they feel they're too
I
old?
can take this one because I've been in it for 4 years and I now know this answer. I couldn't answer it in the beginning, but it is all about the fear of the unknown, as we talked about before. So if I can encourage them to be like, it is scary, but if you jump, you would have so much fun. I mean, I literally had done stuff that I know I wouldn't have done if I was still married.